Hi there. I hope you're all doing well. It's a great afternoon and you might be wondering, who are these two gentlemen that are before us? Well, we are here on behalf of Life Fortress Uganda. My name is Derek Katwe and I'm going to be sharing about a couple of questions that you could be having in your mind right now. What is Life Fortress Uganda? And what kind of relevancy could they think they do have to come before us? Life Fortress Uganda is a voluntary organization that was started in 2019. And we do have specific interest in the boys and the young men. However, we look at this in a perspective for the broader benefit of everyone in community. As Life Fortress Uganda, we continue to do a lot of work in community. We have had community-based outreaches in line with health, where we've directly given health services to people. We have engaged young people in schools, and that is for both the boys and the girls. And this has helped us to understand the biggest challenges that these young people are facing due to the compromises that we do have in community. Now, Doctor, today on set, we do have Dr. Alex with me, and he is our director. I'm not going to be able to exhaust everything about his introduction. I'm going to let him do that part for himself. He's going to be diving a bit in depth of what Life Fortress is actually about. Dr. Alex, it's been a long time. I'm very happy to see you this afternoon. You're very welcome.
Thank you so much, Derek. The pleasure is mine. I always love coming to such interfaces to dissect issues affecting us, the youth, because it's not news to us that we are the fathers of tomorrow,
Right.
the grandfathers of the next generation, and the great-grandfathers of generations to come. So thank you so much for inviting me here. Yes, my name is Alex Owen. I am blessed to be a director of Life Fortress Uganda, a voluntary organization, as Derek, my dear colleague Derek, has shared with you. What gives me pleasure is that I'm profoundly honored and exceedingly humbled that society is ready. Because if Derek is here inviting me to this podcast, means society is ready to listen to me. So, first things first, you may be asking yourself there, what is Life Fortress Uganda? Now, Derek tried to give you a preamble of it. Life Fortress Uganda is basically a voluntary organization that has one mission. One mission. And the mission is very clear. Our mission is to have an expansive approach to the boy child and the young men that benefits everyone. Now you may be asking yourself, why have an expansive approach to the boy child or the young man to benefit everyone?
Correct. I agree.
Because I always tell people that I'm a women activist. And people always say, listen, you talk about empowering the boy child. How do you say it's a woman activist?
Right.
Now I think this is the best podium there where I can answer this question.
Correct.
You see, women countrywide, women worldwide, and mostly in developing countries in Africa, Uganda, of course, not being immune, are facing a lot of atrocities, a lot of challenges.
Correct.
We have very high rates of teenage pregnancies.
That's correct.
There's a lot of sexual violence, rape and defilement, sexual harassment, workplaces,
Right.
okay, even in basic mere society.
Right.
And it's also single motherhood. It's also a very big challenge for the women. But my question is, who rapes this woman?
It's the man.
Who makes this teenage girl pregnant?
It's the man.
For a woman who is reporting domestic violence, who did this to them?
The perpetrator is a man or a boy.
You're answering it. Now, there is a common way of solving this that everyone is doing. And I really support my dear friends and actors who are doing this. A victim of defilement, a victim of rape, fine, the trauma is there. The perpetrator will be gotten, arrested, put in front of courts of law. When found guilty,
Thrown
of
in
course,
jail.
thrown in jail
Correct.
with a maximum sentence of life imprisonment, etc. But we have been doing this for how many years?
Decades.
But are the numbers of these victims reducing?
Unfortunately not. If you are to actually go and look at the annual crime report as released by police of 2021, you're going to see that, when you look at the numbers by the years, cases of sexual assault are only going through the roof.
So what does it mean? It means that actually the intervention that we're using is not working.
I agree with you, absolutely.
Perfect. Now, this is where I come to tell you that our expansive approach to the young man or the boy child to benefit everyone is where it should come in. So, me and my team and fellow colleagues, including you, we came and said, no, I think taking this man to prison
Yes.
is not the solution.
Correct.
Okay?
Yes.
The solution is, fine, we understand the damage has been done.
Yes.
There are a number of frustrated young men who believe that that's the only way they can treat a woman as an object.
Yes.
Now, that's the damage that has already been done.
Correct.
But my question is, there's still this young boy in kindergarten,
Yes.
this young boy in P1, in P2, this young boy in senior 3, senior 4, senior 1, this young man in university.
Correct.
I believe it is our role to begin now by telling them, this beautiful creature that you see here, this woman that you see here, deserve utmost respect. We begin instilling these values of respect for women, this value for respect for the girl child, this value for respect for the mothers. We begin instilling that value in them.
At a very young
So
age.
by the time this young man reaches university, this young man reaches reproductive age, he will know that I will have to hold this young woman, this woman, or this girl child with utmost respect.
Correct.
I will not have to lay my hands. I will not have to look at this woman as an object.
Correct.
Now, that is the perspective that we're looking at. That's our mission. Having this expansive approach
Yes.
for the boy child, the young man, that will benefit everyone, including that young woman. Because we are dealing with the problem from its root cause. Who is the man?
Exactly.
Because we look at taking him to prison not being the solution. Because in fact, taking this young man to prison is still a very young man of high productivity. We are
Exactly.
depriving this country with a lot of
So much
productiveness.
energy.
Okay?
Yes.
But if we educate this young man from inception,
Yes.
that you know what? We need to respect this girl child.
That's correct.
Do not rape this girl child.
Exactly.
Hold this girl child in very high regard. Because I will tell you something.
Yes.
You see, in life, the most valuable things in life, my dear person is watching there, the most valuable things in life are always helpless. And what they need is only one thing.
Yeah.
People like us
Yes.
to fight for them.
Wow.
And I will assure you, we as Life Fortress Uganda, we are here to fight for that young girl there, for that young woman who has no voice. How are we going to do it? By telling this young man here,
Yes.
instilling discipline and respect towards this young woman, inside this young man, to hold this young woman here as a treasure. So that's a brief of who we are. And that exactly answers the other question that people always ask. You're saying you are fighting for women. Yeah, I'm fighting for women through that angle.
Through a different approach.
Perfect. Yeah.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Alex. It's been such a pleasure, and I'm certain that to all our viewers, you're thinking it's been worth the time, right? Until we see you again, this is Life Fortress TV, and thank you for being a part of the Youngster Eye series.